I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there with the guys to kind of get my routine going, to prep up for the season, and just go out there and compete. That's the ultimate goal, is to compete and go out there and try to help the team whatever I can do to have successful drives and put points on the board.
What do you think
Deshaun,
is
when
the most important thing you and the offense have gotten done these last couple of weeks from Washington to Philly into this week?
I think the biggest thing, just keep adding on, keep taking a step each and every day, because we know we're not all the way there yet, and we shouldn't be. There's a lot of, different small details of the offense that we want to continue to work on with different looks, especially with a good Philly defense and a good Washington defense, and then with our own defense. So we're seeing three different schemes, and if you want to include the Jets early on. So three or four different schemes that is going to help us out, and that's the beauty of it.
When we talked
Deshaun,
to Kevin about like what he wants to see from the first year, he always says just clean operation, and that's kind of about. So beyond the clean operation, what are you that should go into this in these 20, 25 snaps, aiming to get out of them and accomplish?
I mean, that's the biggest thing. Not going out there and doing too much. Just real smooth, clean. Like Kevin said, I mean, ultimately that's the biggest goal. If you can do that and just go out there and be sharp, and then execute the game plan and just follow your reads and follow your footwork, then everything else is going to take care of itself. So not even just for the preseason games, but for the regular season games. That's what you want to go into each and every week with the clean, smooth operation. And if you can do that, everything else is going to take care of itself.
Deshaun, when you went back and looked at the film from the 2 days of Philly, what was your kind of self-assessment of your performance? What was sort of your takeaways of what you saw when you kind of watched what you did on the field?
It was great as a whole. I mean, it was Super Bowl runner-ups, the NFC champs. I mean, there wasn't a team out there, or a guy out there that wasn't playing, in that Super Bowl last year for them. So, it was a great work for myself. It was a great work for the team. We went back and forth. We competed well. We took care of one another, and we focused on that. And you got to give props to Philly and their staff for, being on the same page with Kevin and us. And it was a great, 2 or 3 days for us.
You spent a lot of time trying to form chemistry with the guys who are going to be out there with you. What do you make of it when you see a guy like Watkins just walking in here and making plays with guys he's never known before?
I mean, it's great to see it. I mean, he's hungry for his opportunity. He's came in, he's learned from all the other receivers, Coop, Elijah, DPJ. He's been a great addition. He's been a great teammate, great person. So everyone like him, especially in that receiver room. You see everyone hanging out with him. Then as an offense, he's always hanging out, saying what's up to everyone. So he's been a great addition to this team, and we got to keep rolling, and he's going to continue to just keep growing and get better.
Deshaun, you said that you're not quite where you want to be yet, and you shouldn't be at this point. So my question is, how much longer will it take to do that? And so when do you think this offense will be like 100% where you want to be for?
I feel like this offense, I mean, it's hard to say that you'll be 100% in the NFL, because every week is evolving. You got to add new pieces, new wrinkles, go against a new defensive scheme. There's ups and downs. So, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you guys, give you a timeline where we'll be 100. I'm not sure where this offense will be 100. I'm not sure if any team in the NFL will actually be 100% and clicking, because if you're doing that, then you should be undefeated. So that's how I see it. There's always room to improve. There's always room to get better each and every week and starting fresh. And that's the mentality that we got to have, is just keep trying to get better each and every day.
When you did that interview during the game the other night, you talked about taking some of the wear and tear off of Nick. Do you feel like now with more kind of the onus on you, do you feel like you have ownership of this offense now?
Most definitely. AVP and Kevin gave me the keys, and they're letting me control a lot of things that we do on the field. Along with them, play calling in the headset and being able to see things that I can check out too. So, but that comes over time. Me understanding this offense, understanding what they want to do and what schemes that we want to do in the run game and the passing game, and then just being able to build that trust and build that ownership of taking control of the offense and being on the field and being that coach and player at the same time. So, all that stuff is just keep stacking and building that trust, and we have another opportunity this weekend to continue to build that.
If you end up playing 20 snaps in Kansas City, that would be about 30 for you in the 2 preseason games. Is that more or less the same of what you did in Houston those years?
It's about the same. It actually might be more than Houston, if if I'm really thinking. In Houston, I probably played one game, maybe a drive, maybe 2 drives, but I didn't really play too much preseason in Houston.
Hey, Deshaun, last year was your first taste of the AFC North. I think you played all 3 opponents. What were your initial thoughts of Dalvin?
It's good. I mean, it's a tough to fit. This is off balance a little bit. It's a tough division, and you know, you got 3 teams, including us. If you want to say 4 teams that have a lot of talent. It's very coach hard. It's very tough, physical, and you got to go out there and make plays. And the mental errors and the small things that you know you can kind of let up in certain games. You can't do that in this division. So it's very, very tight, and we want to go out there and try to go win it.
There are 3 elite quarterbacks and obviously another rising one. Does that drive you when you have guys in your division that are peers of yours?
No, I mean not so much. I'm self-driven. You know, I want to be the best I can be for Deshaun Watson. I can't get caught up in the other guys and seeing what they're doing, and all of them are elite. You know, if you're a starting quarterback in this league, you're pretty elite. You know, this is a hard business. This is a hard job to have, and it's only 32 spots. So. Out of the whole world. So, I mean, I feel like everyone is elite, and, I got to be self-driven to be the best Deshaun Watson I can be for this team and, for myself.
Deshaun, can you talk about Patrick Mahomes? I mean, I'm sure you guys are probably pretty good friends, same draft class and all that kind of stuff. What makes Patrick so special? And I know you've talked about how, people here really haven't seen anything of you yet, that you can do so many of the same kinds of things that Patrick does. What are those things?
Yeah, I mean, just the playmaking skills, the leadership, the work ethic. I mean, you've seen it all. I mean, he wins 2 Super Bowls for a reason. He could have won 3 or 4 of them, and it's just special. And, with the staff that they have over there and the guy that he's been, with Andy Reid coaching Patrick Mahomes, that's a pretty good combination to have, and he's been taking that team, taking the organization to higher and higher heights. And, I mean, he's doing a hell of a job, and you got to give him credit. You got to nothing but salute to him and what he's been doing and what he's going to continue to do. And, he just make everyone else around him better. So, he's definitely the standard for the NFL, and we just got to continue to just, keep building that up, especially being in the 2017 draft class, together. I think he was the 10th pick, I was the 12th. So, both of us have a lot to prove, and we want to continue to just show that, we one of the top us 2 classes that, been drafted. So that's the plan.
Do you watch some of his film? I know he might watch some of your film too, but I mean, do you guys trade thoughts or ideas, or do you really look at Patrick's games a lot and think, I'm going to do some of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's not so much of, hey, I want to do that stuff or kind of do that stuff. It's just mostly just kind of like, I watch all the quarterbacks, not just Patrick, not just Lamar, not just Joe, but, the young guys, the guys, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins. I mean, I watch everyone. I just like watching football and what quarterback's doing because everyone is special. Like I said before, it's elite to be one of the 32 quarterbacks in this league, and it's special. And you got to have some type of talent regardless of what other people are saying. So I watch everyone. And, of course, Pat, you see him playing the big-time game, so you just kind of naturally just watch him and watch his game. But for me, I like to watch everyone and whatever I can do to learn from everyone. So, when I see him, when we talk, we chop it up a little bit and learn from each other and just, check on each other. But, me and Pat relationship go all the way back from early on in college training in California. So, we've always had a long relationship and want to be in this position.
So when I talk about being 3 times against Washington, if my memory serves me correctly, it's preseason. How do you weigh the risk reward of that, or is that something you need to do in the preseason to get yourself ready for the regular season?
No, I can't go out there. When I step on the football field, I don't think about if I should run or not should run just because it's preseason. When you're out there, you're competing. Everyone's competing for a job. Everyone's competing to be successful. So when I'm out there, I just let my instincts take over, and I'm not trying to, win the Super Bowl, but at the same time, like, I want to go out there and compete and be successful for the team.
So when you talk about being self-motivated, do you pay attention to how people have you ranked before the preseason, and if you're not included in the same top-tier discussion as Pat, Josh, and Joe, those guys?
Not at all. I mean, I stay focused on what I got to do and control what I can control. The rankings there's always a rankings each and every year. So at the end of the day, you can't focus on that because there's always that ranking is always changing. And for me, I mean, I missed 2 years of football, so I mean, I shouldn't be in those rankings, to be honest, if you're asking me. I haven't played ball, haven't played enough football the last 2 years to even be up there. So, I got to go out there and prove and show what I got to do and to get back in those conversations. But for me, I just lock in on what I need to lock in on and just focus on my tasks and, everything else to take care of itself.
This has been a long training camp calendar-wise because of the extra game and all. Does it feel like it's been long to you? And how do you think it's been managed with all these road trips you guys have been on?
I mean, I haven't really felt too long. I just kind of, once you get in training camp as a player, you kind of just day to day. You take it one day at a time. You don't look forward. You don't look backwards. You just focus on where you at and where your feet is on that day. And I think for us, I think being able to go on the road to Greenbrier and Philly has been awesome to build the team, the team bonding, to kind of get to know everyone and just, test us mentally. Not being comfortable sitting in our homes and on our, facility, being able to go somewhere different and be able to manage and still put in the same work. So it's been good.
Deshaun, a lot was made of that day two in Philly. A lot was written and said. You threw a couple picks in that practice, and on social media you took a lot of heat for that practice. What do you make of that? And I saw you kind of reacted to someone's post of your stats and stuff like that. So, what do you think of the heavy criticism that you're getting and the scrutiny that you're getting even over a practice like that?
I mean, I don't get too involved in it. I mean, the response on there wasn't about the stacks or anything like that. It's about knowing the situations, and some of the situations, the media, you guys, no offense, but you guys just don't know what we're working on. Not every period is just hey, go out there and compete. It's open field. Some periods it's third and fourth down, so we got to take our chances. Some period is the end of game situation. Some period is one-on-one. So on both sides, not just me and being on the offense, but on the defense, you gotta give them credit too, because a lot of times they don't usually have safety help over top as a corner, and sometimes they don't because it depends on what we're working on. So, I don't really get caught up in that. That's the only reason why I responded. It was nothing towards Philly or anybody in the media. It was just like, just understand the situation of what we're working on when you have joint practices. And then, with the criticism and stuff like that, like I said before, I don't get involved in that. I guess you must be, pretty good if you're having some type of criticism. So you always got to have those, those thoughts and negativities to keep you motivated, keep you pushing forward, and keep trying to be better. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Hey, was there at least was there a little piece of you that wished Lamar left the division?
I mean, nah. I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that. It's going to make the games against Baltimore even more fun and competitive. I played against him when he was in Louisville, so that was a fun match. I know everyone saw that, so we want to continue to just do that and compete and try to win for our organizations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deshaun.
game.
All look alike.
When you hold on to it, I hold on to it.
Be careful.
I got y'all. I'm gonna hold on to
He
it.
does have a meeting, so fire away when you're ready.
All right, man.
How did you feel when you kind of went back and looked at the 2 days in Philly? How did you kind of self-assess your performance individually and as a defense against that offense?
I'll start with my performance. I would say I did pretty solid. Some plays that I gave up that I shouldn't have gave up just because I was, tired or whatnot. You just got to fight through that. When you're tired, well, when you think you're tired anyway, there's always, just push harder. So I would say that. Just working when you're pretty much tired. But as a defense, I feel like we got after those guys. Couldn't touch the quarterback obviously, but I feel like if it was like full speed and we could sack them, we would have a lot of sacks. And a lot of it was close in coverage like the most of the time. So I'm excited where this defense is right now.
To see you in those practices, it seemed like you especially embraced matching up with like Dallas Goedert. Like how much, I know we've asked you about your physicality, but how much do you like going against those bigger pass catchers and kind of getting to show what you can do?
They're bigger, so I'm a big guy. Those type of guys, they thrive on using their physicality to beat, cornerbacks and whatnot. And I feel like, my size and my ability, it just gives me like, advantage on those type of guys. So I like to sit on them and just be really aggressive and play their game. So it was fun though.
Do you feel this camp is kind of dragged? It's been kind of long with the travel and all. How do you feel?
I wouldn't say drag, because this is part of the process. Every day I just come in, try to be the same person every day, and just put my best foot forward and just work and just be the same guy for my teammates, for my coaches. So I just look at it like that, just another opportunity to get better.
You talk about the would-be sacks in Philly. When you guys watch film of any of the practices, what goes through your mind when you see what the defensive line's doing?
Oh, man, just those 15 snaps I got against the Commanders, Washington, I was just like, because I talked to Denzel and Greg, they didn't get experience. They didn't get to experience that. So I'm like, the rush and the coverage, it works perfect. When we tighten coverage, they get sacks. And when they win off the line, we get interceptions. So I'm excited about that. I ain't gonna lie. Just being close in coverage, playing man, I'm very excited about that.
Would you like Mahomes to play in this preseason game to pick him off a couple times?
Oh man, Mahomes, a great player. One of the best doing it. Year in and year out. I'm excited to see. That's a great testament to our defense just to line up against one of those powerful offenses and see what we do. So I'm excited about that. To play against a great quarterback.
Martin, it seems like you have really picked up your game in your second year, and the lights have really kind of come on. The game has slowed down a little bit. Can you just talk about how much better you feel as a player this year right now?
Just preparation, honestly. Practice. And just taking reps and just getting better day by day. That's what I'll just give it, to practice and coach and film and those things, and just take it out on the field and just doing my job. That's why I would say the game slowed down.
You played well. You played well last year. What do you think you've improved most between last year and now?
Just dissecting plays and just, knowing what's going to happen before it happened, or knowing what my help is and just dominating my leverage, little things like that. That's where you take your game to the next level, just being real technical.
When you say the rush is working with the coverage, is that mostly you guys are playing single coverage, man coverage more? Is that?
Yeah, it's a lot of single coverage, some zero in there. It's a little bit of everything, honestly. So we're gonna throw a lot, at opposing quarterbacks, and we just gonna, disguise a lot and just send it, and just be close in coverage. So, just best man wins on the outside. We gonna have our matchups and just gonna have to do our job all day.
Not having to mirror for a long time, the rush being what it is.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, because sometimes we might send more than they can block. So
MJ,
that's fun.
When friends ask you how good Deshaun Watson is as a quarterback, what do you tell them?
Friends, oh yeah, I always get this question. I just tell them, man, Deshaun, he's a very talented and special guy. And when he put it all together, man, it's gonna be special for us. And then we put everything together on the defensive end, and we just work together, and just build as a team. And I'm excited about that.
So you only saw snippets of Deshaun last year, just like we
Yeah,
did.
just.
How different is that guy this year?
I mean, he just focused, he get to focus on ball, with everything behind him and just going into the season. Last year he wasn't with us. He had to leave, obviously, for I think 11 weeks. So it's just great to have him here every day with the team. And he just working and getting better with us. And that's just building that team camaraderie and just building that chemistry with those receivers in the O-line. So, we looking forward to what he going to do.
We'll do a couple more.
With your size, safety, and with the three safety looks, might you be one of the three safeties at times?
I could play safety, honestly. Whatever they ask me to do upstairs, the coaches, whatever they see the vision, I'm just gonna put my best foot forward and just try. Honestly, I played safety in high school. I want to say my sophomore and my senior year, so I'm very familiar with that position.
Is there anything Jim Schwartz could draw up that would truly blow you away, that would surprise you, or is it pretty much? I mean, you kind of come in and say, expect anything out of him when it comes to what he can do with scheme.
Man, it's a thinking game, honestly, guessing game. When it comes to defense, you want to fool the offensive coordinator and try to make everything look the same. So, I mean, whatever he calls, we're gonna run it to the best of our ability. So. Thank y'all.
Thanks for
Appreciate
holding
it.
up the mic stand.
No problem.
Appreciate that.
Already.
It's not in the job
Yeah.
description.